There are 7 unique musicians and artists out there who perfectly portray each of the 7 heavenly virtues. Many of them are your hot favorite as well. And our first stop, the virtue of kindness. You can picture kindness as a warm smile, a helping hand, or a generous heart. It's all about being there for others, not for any reward, but simply to bring joy to their lives. Among such superstar artists who are as kind-hearted as talented is Taylor Swift, one of the biggest names in the world of music. She's a self-made musician who made her way from a humble background, but her fame hasn't changed her even a bit. She's still the same sweet, caring person her fans have come to love. Imagine going to a Taylor Swift concert and after the show, you get to meet her for free. Or imagine you're getting married and suddenly Taylor Swift shows up at your wedding. These are not just dreams, but realities for some lucky fans, like Max Singer and Kenya Smith. She even helped fans with everything from getting a service dog to paying for medical treatments and student loans. Now, let's take a step back to 2011. Taylor stumbles upon a blog about a 3-year-old boy named Ronan Thompson, who tragically lost his life to cancer at just 3 years old. Touched by his story, Taylor writes a song about him using quotes from the blog. She performed this song Ronan only twice in her career, once at a cancer telethon and once at a concert attended by Ronan's family. Every penny made from the song goes only to charities fighting cancer. Could you imagine this kind of honesty in this era from anyone else? But Taylor's kindness doesn't stop there. She's also known for treating her team with respect and appreciation, even during the performance. Just as you can see, one Reddit user said, "I recently saw a clip from a concert where someone, maybe a dancer, maybe road crew, handed her a guitar and she responded with a big smiling thank you. She is polite and I love that about her." If that's not enough, she once gave her tour crew bonuses totaling over $55 million. People who've worked with her, like her former tour manager and publicist, have nothing but praise for her kindness and generosity. If you remember, in 2023, Taylor became a billionaire thanks to her successful Eras tour and new releases. Her net worth is now $1.1 billion, but she's not someone who's all about flaunting her richness. Rather, she chose to help students pay their fees, support libraries and schools, and donate to cancer hospitals. Speaking of such traits, there's another artist I know who is absolutely kind-hearted. Her temperance shines even more prominently in her character than kindness. I'm talking about the heartthrob Selena Gomez. Temperance is all about self-control, balance, and avoiding extremes in life. Imagine a very young girl stepping into the limelight with Disney Channel's Wizards of Waverly Place. That's Selena, to whom stardom and performance pressure came first and maturity came second. But instead of letting them consume her, she chose to focus on her mental well-being. She once said, "I had low self-esteem, and that's something I work on continuously. But I feel so empowered because I've gained so much knowledge about what was going on mentally." But in 2013, a twist in her came. Selena was diagnosed with lupus, an autoimmune disease. This led to a kidney transplant in 2017. But did she let this stop her? No. She showed incredible strength and resilience, visiting treatment facilities and seeing therapists for over 6 years. She even opened up about her struggles with bipolar disorder and self-harming thoughts in her documentary, Selena Gomez, My Mind and Me. But her nature of self-control and maintaining a balance doesn't end there. It extends to her personal relationships too. During her rocky relationship with Justin Bieber, another pop star, and her ex-boyfriend, she expressed her desire to be recognized for her own worth, not just as someone's girlfriend. She simply desired her own growth alongside others, and thus far, she has succeeded in her journey, without making any unnecessary feuds with others. It took her time, and she has been quite patient as well. And when it comes to patience, no one else can be named but Ariana Grande. I hope you remember, it was 2008 and a young Ariana stepped into the limelight with the Broadway musical 13. Little did she know this was just the beginning. Her talent caught the eye of many, leading her to land various roles. However, Ariana's heart was set on a different beat: music. She continued on her musical journey with the soundtracks Music from Victorious in 2011. 2 years later, she released her first studio album, Yours Truly, which soared to the top of the US Billboard 200. Since then, Ariana never had to look back anymore. She has been a regular on the US Billboard Hot 100 with 5 #1 hits to her name. Ariana's patience is not just a personal virtue, but it also echoes in her music. Take for instance her song Patience from her 6th studio album Destiny. It's a heartfelt tribute to her journey and the patience she has demonstrated throughout her career. Or you can take her hit single Thank You Next, for example, also, where she reflects on her past relationships and the lessons they've taught her. The lyrics, one taught me love, one taught me patience, and one taught me pain. Now I'm so amazing, are a clear indication of how her experiences have shaped her. Ariana's patience shows even in her music making. She spent 8 months on her album Love, Patience, and Pain. But being patient is not the only key thing unless you forget to work hard. And in that space of diligence, no one can ever beat Marshall Bruce Mathers III. Never mind, you guys know him as Eminem. No denying that Eminem had a real rough start. He grew up in poverty, faced bullying, and even dropped out of school in 9th grade to work odd jobs. But he had a dream to make it big in the world of hip-hop music. Did you know that at just 14 he started rapping? His first album, Infinite, 1996, didn't do well, and he had to continue with his menial jobs. But Eminem didn't give up. In 1997, his hard work started to pay off. He came second in the freestyle category at the Rap Olympics in Los Angeles. This caught the attention of Dr. Dre, a founding member of the pioneering rap group NWA and the head of Aftermath Entertainment. But still, all these were not enough for him. At that point, he had to choose between 2 options: working harder and ending his own life. He tried the second one first, but then changed his mind and opted for working harder. That's the beginning of the fearless persona of Slim Shady, whose bold and often controversial lyrics gave voice to Eminem's inner thoughts. With Dr. Dre as his mentor, he released the Slim Shady LP in early 1999. His next 2 albums were global hits, and both were nominated for the Grammy Award for Album of the Year. But Eminem's dedication wasn't just limited to his music. After a near-death experience due to an unhealthy lifestyle, he decided to change for his daughter. In 2024, he even celebrated 16 years of sobriety. What a change hard work for love and passion can bring in a man's life. The whole world can see. But hard work, patience, all these are great for you to grow. But what's even greater is when someone helps others grow. It's called charity, and who else in the industry is more charitable than Beyonce? It's 1999, and Beyonce, along with Kelly Rowland and her mom, Tina Knowles, sets up the Knowles Rowland Center for Youth in Houston. But that's not all. When Hurricane Katrina hit in 2005, they launched the Survivor Foundation, kicking it off with a generous donation of $250,000. Did you remember? This foundation brings joy to over 300 families with a Christmas carnival, complete with food, fun, Santa Claus, and free toys. Fast forward a few years, Beyonce donated a whopping $7 million to maintain the Knowles to Menos Place Apartments, a shelter for up to 43 people who have nowhere else to go. Not only that, she also co-founded Chime for Change, along with Gucci and Salma Hayek, empowering women and girls, and committed $6 million to aid those affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. She even urged everyone to fight for change and equality. In 2023, Be Good donated $2 million to entrepreneurs and students. She did it all, but never mentioned a word publicly or online. Like a fan of hers said, "I love how she never announces any of the donations. The only reason we found out about the bail money is because Dream Hampton tweeted then deleted that it happened." For her charity, she was honored with the Humanitarian Award at the 2020 BET Awards. However, generally speaking, to grow, you need to work hard, and if you're rich, it's not tough to do charity work. But there are 2 other human virtues that don't depend on anything. Those are just a choice for a person to have in life. That's why they are so important, and one of them is chastity. You can also call it purity, which basically means not doing anything sexual that's seen as wrong, or not doing anything sexual at all. It also means being totally loyal to your husband or wife when you're married, or having a partner who's always there for you. And that's something we can say about the famous music artist Jessica Simpson. Jessica Simpson is more than just an American singer, actress, and businesswoman. What really sets her apart is her commitment to personal values, especially chastity. In an industry where personal choices are often under the microscope, Simpson made a bold statement in the early 2000s. She wore a purity ring, a public pledge to remain chaste until marriage. She once said, "I'm so lucky I didn't lose my virginity in the back of a Jeep or something," emphasizing the importance she placed on waiting for the right person and the right time. Her first marriage to Nick Lachey in 2002 was a testament to this commitment. They waited until marriage to have sex, a decision they were open about. Despite their divorce in 2006, Simpson's dedication to her values remained unshaken. Now married to Eric Johnson since 2014 and a mother of 3, she continues to uphold these values. It's a reminder that everyone's journey is unique and deserves respect. Her story is just one way the virtue of chastity can be expressed. And now, finally, we're left with the most important human virtue a person can have in life: humility. Humility roughly means being humble and not showing off. It's about knowing you're great inside without needing to brag about it or boast to others. And I'm sure you just remembered his face when I said that. Kendrick Lamar, a renowned rapper from America, is a living example of humility. Born and raised in Compton, California, his humble roots have deeply influenced his music and outlook on life. Even after achieving stardom, he stayed grounded, always reminding himself and others to remain humble in the face of success. His song Humble from his 2017 album Damn is a powerful testament to this. The song is a bold critique of arrogance and a call for self-awareness. It takes listeners on a journey from Lamar's modest beginnings in Compton to his current success, balancing confidence with humility in a way few artists can. But Lamar's humility isn't confined to his music. He often criticizes the chase for material wealth and societal approval, urging his fans to stay true to themselves. He also uses his influence to inspire other Black men to embrace humility and introspection. His consistent message of staying humble and true to oneself, regardless of success, sets him apart in the music industry. Just a single but essential quality, and that's enough for a man to win a million hearts.